What can I say? I'm alive.
No, I'm just very happy that I have my life back.
She's a vehicle for this divine communication, what it is divine communication on a cellular level. Then it becomes very powerful.
Carolyn Stevens, please tell us briefly what your health condition was when you started your work with Julie Renee.
Okay, I had a dysmotility of my colon at Stanford University. I had my colon taken out, and I had 3 fluid collections. I had 2 drains put in, and the 3rd drain was not put in, and it was a very extensive infection. I was dying. I had about 3 weeks to live, and I just thought that I should be preparing for my end. I had no realization that somebody as powerful as Julie Renee was going to come into my life and literally raise me from the dead. I felt like Lazarus, and my family, I had family members coming out of town to do the eulogy. My family was planning to go to the local mortuary, and it was very traumatic. I, to this day, do not quite fathom what happened to me. I can only say that as I read the Bible stories of the healings of Jesus, that's what I experienced with Julie Renee. She is on that level of healing, and I think that she's going to make a tremendous impact into the lives of many, many people.
Just over a year ago, my mother had an emergency appendectomy, and she wasn't recovering well from coming out of the anesthesia or the surgery. And she had already been there for, I think, over 3 days in the hospital when it should have been 1. Her blood pressure was very low. She was still in the IV, unable to eat or drink, and they wouldn't release her to us to heal at home till she could eat and drink on her own. And nothing was helping, and nothing that was available there at that time at the hospital was helping. And it suddenly occurred to me that I needed to call Julie Renee, and she came out as soon as she could to be with my mother in the hospital and do a healing session with her right then. And that evening, my mother was able to eat the soup that we had brought for her. A couple hours later, off the IVs, next day came home.
I'm going to give you a nice little introduction to the work I bring to you, the mastery and service that I offer you. My name is Reverend Julie Renee, and we're here in beautiful Marin County at the top of Mount Tam at Lake Lagunitas Park Reserve. And so lots of people are always asking me, where is this incredible, beautiful place that I'm always at? This is my favorite place to run. It's my regular Sunday morning run. And actually it is Sunday morning, and we're having a glorious start to the day. So welcome. I'm going to talk to you about 3 services, 3 programs that I offer, and we'll just tell you a little bit about these services, and you can access more information on this website. The 3 areas that I'm going to talk to you about this morning are rejuvenation, regeneration, and life in balance. That's living life fully self-expressed. So we'll start with rejuvenation. And rejuvenation is a program of spiritual renewal. We work on 3 areas in spiritual renewal, many 3s. So the first area of regeneration is really getting your physical body to really sing with joy. And so what we do is we go through all the glands and organs and we tune them up. We bring them into much more pristine order and balance. The second area we work on is your spiritual body, the chakras, the aura. We work with the meridians and just really tune everything up. So if something's out of balance, sometimes I find that there's actually chakra pieces that are missing. We get everything back into 100% as if you were just newly born. That's really fantastic. And then the third session, which this whole program is a 9-hour program, the third session is all about your life force, about miracle energy, and about really tuning up your DNA so it works for you. So that's that first program. You can also access this kind of renewal, this spiritual renewal, through the fabulous special one-day events that I do on regeneration and restoring the body to really to full wellness. You'll find that on the events page. And finally, you can access some of this wonderful information through the beautiful meditation series that I've created for you on a CD program. And you'll want to check that out on the products page, and you can read all about that. Well, welcome everybody to the Body Electric. And we'll get started. I want to welcome each one of you, and I feel the divinity in each one of you and the sacredness of each one of you. So thank you so much for bringing your sacred selves along this morning. We're going to have an amazing day of breakthroughs, and we're going to be working on, really, this is a retreat about regeneration. And today we're going to be working the entire endocrine system and really incorporating and really uniting spirit and body.
Yeah, I mean, even though I had pretty good health before I started seeing Julie Renee, which has been about 3 months now, after doing the tune-up work with her, the one-on-one sessions and the supplements, my energy level just skyrocketed. And it's just, I just wake up with joy and lots of energy and look forward to the day now. So it's been a big increase. I feel like I've really gotten tuned up at many different levels. And I've also had a big weight release. I probably have dropped about 25 pounds, and without a lot of effort, it's just melted off. And it feels wonderful. It has really contributed to my sense of well-being, my self-esteem, you know, my energy level. And it's just a wonderful feeling. It wasn't that hard to drop using her methods.
What improvements have you experienced?
I immediately started to feel like I had a lot of energy. And this was quite phenomenal because I was bedridden. I couldn't move my legs. I had gained 30 pounds in less than 3 weeks, and 20 of them in less than 10 days, which was quite dramatic. I had difficulty breathing. I was not able to dress myself. I was not able to shower. And now I'm able to not only dress and shower and move around, but I've been going to the gym. I've been swimming in the pool for 30 minutes. And so the changes were not only physical, but they were also emotional and psychological. I feel the healing actually gave me hope.
And I'm Julie Renee, and everybody knows me. And what lights my fire? Well, I'm really, really passionate about the healing work I do. Also really, really love music. A lot of you know I'm a harpist, and I've just recently had a harp built for me. And so harp playing has been really wonderful. I love dancing, love running in nature. And this lights my fire, so welcome. So this is going to be like phenomenal. You're going to be all bright and energized when you leave. Clear and restore the glands and organs, right? And upgrade your relationship with your physical body to more joy and happiness. And increase your spirit and body harmony and connection with a sparkly golden healing. And that's something that I've been developing, which is, you'll find out about, a secret. Regeneration. This section is about bringing you from where you are in whatever health state you're in, oftentimes in a crisis, and we bring you back to life. We reinfuse that light of God in you. We restore you to vibrant health. And illnesses, we work with everything: cancer, hepatitis, Lyme's disease, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, major organ illnesses. We restore the cellular body. So we're working with the cells. We're doing cellular reconstruction and regeneration. We work with the nucleus, the organelles, the little organelles that are inside the cell. We work with the light of the cell, the membrane, and we really bring one cell into vibrant health, and then we have that cell mirror all the other cells in that gland or organ, and then all the cells of the body. We're also working on clearing the DNA if there's failure in the DNA. We remove death energy from the body, and we really are restoring you spirit back in body. A lot of times when you're seriously ill, you've gone through radiation, or you've been in bed a very long time, you lose your affinity with your physical body. And one of the ways that you heal fast is to get your spirit tucked neatly back into your body, working on the healing with you. So this is an amazing process. It's 3 to 8 hours a week. We're working intensely, whether we're working on the phone together or we're working in person. If we're in person, I'm often going to take people to the mirror after 3 hours of the session, because what you're going to see is yourself back. And a lot of times when you've been sick, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're like, who is that person in the mirror? And after 3 hours of working together, you're going to see yourself again. And this program goes on, like I said, up to about 8 weeks, and then we transition you into something like the renewal program or the spiritual life coaching. Other beautiful ways to access this program are through the meditation series, and I really do recommend that people do the definitive guide to meditation so they learn how to start taking care of their spiritual body, their physical body. And then there's a wonderful program, the Pain-Free Living CD is wonderful. It really reduces pain while you're getting in your recovery process. And 2 other programs, the Definitive Guide to DNA and Stem Cell Regeneration and Happy Hormones. So those are some offerings we have. Once you're through the crisis, I'm going to want to see you in those one-day workshops. There are 4 workshops a year on regeneration, and I'd love to see you participating in every one of those and making it a lifetime commitment to keeping yourself in pristine, joyous, happy health.
Grace Echo, tell us about your experience of healing with Julie Renee and Lyme disease.
Okay, well, I was sick for about 14 years, undiagnosed. At the end of that 14 years, I actually found a Western doctor to help me, and she did help me. I made a lot of improvement, but no matter what I did, how hard I worked, I just wasn't able to kind of kick it. So it was pretty hard. I was in actual bed for a year, and I had 3 small girls. It was a really hard time. And then through a friend, actually my sister, she turned me on to Julie Renee, introduced me. I started working with her. I've been working with her for about 13 months. And when I started with Julie Renee, I think back to it, and I still was having such a hard time. I was definitely out of bed, but every day was a big struggle. I felt like I was kind of like physically walking underwater. Just very hard. You know, I guess I was depressed and I didn't even realize it. So we did, I've done a lot of different types of work with Julie Renee. And it was interesting to heal me physically. We did a lot of energy work and spiritual work. And it's been so amazing. And you know, now I just feel really healthy, and I have lots of energy every day. Let's see, I actually used to have a lot of anxiety, and my throat would close. It's so funny. I couldn't drive on the freeway. So, and now, you know, it's really interesting. My anxiety does not cripple me anymore. You know, I drive fine. In fact, I drove 4 hours here this morning. And it's been amazing. I have complete control over it. So, and that was something that the doctors couldn't help me with, and they couldn't help me. I had all the tests of why does my throat close, and there were no answers, but through all of our work, she's really fixed me.